Beautiful soul. I'm so grateful to connect with you today, and the guides have really been on my case to say, Katerina, come online to share something about the sorting of timelines at the moment that we're experiencing. And with it comes these deep purges, and where you feel like with some people you experience water and oil where it just doesn't seem to mix. So if you have really unusual experiences at the moment that are beyond solar flares, beyond the influence of comets, or we had the recent meteor showers as well, there is so much going on multidimensionally as well. And some of you may just start to experience multidimensionality where you're like, whoa, this feels somewhat different. And you may also feel outside of time and space, or, you know, I have normally a really good sense of time naturally. And then there are days where it's like, has this been an hour, 3, 5, 10? And it's like, it can't be 30 minutes. And if you have those experiences, that is often also an indicator that you're shifting timelines. And there are, say, collective predominant timelines where we are now in this period until December, where every hard choice you make, every decision you make leads you into one of 3 dominant categories. And the one is the highest timeline, where it's really service to others. I'm here in service. I'm here to fulfill my life purpose. I'm here to make the world a better place. I'm here to help my neighbors, my friends. You are really on for cooperation and very much eye to eye. You know, there is no like, oh my God, and what's in it for me? That is really not part of the highest timeline. And for me, an example would be Jane Goodall. And, you know, that's a really expanded example where somebody is dedicating their life for the greater good of all. But, you know, if you wanted to see a real clear, crisp example of that, that's who I would say it is. And also that, and that's coming in from the guides right now, being beyond fear. I trust I am here to fulfill my purpose. I trust everything that I need will fall into place for me. And that can be something where we are on the journey of, it's that inner trust, inner reliance. And I just really had a new mentoring client, which is my new offering. And today it was so clear, the guidance, you know, really see yourself as a sovereign and also give others the sovereignty, meaning, you know, many of us who are light workers, empaths, starseeds, it's like, oh my God, let's rise a collective, and let's rise a family, and let's rise the energy in my workplace. And that sometimes overbearing feeling of responsibility, oh my God, I need to carry their load, otherwise they're never going to get there. And that is a program from lower dimensional frequencies where it's, and Ashtar is also saying that was part of the journey of us getting here. You know, so many light beings, and I see the gold, white, and pink as well, the really soft angelic colors, and that heart radiance. And that is, you know, so many of us incarnated to say, all right, we carry a much bigger load in order to open that potentiality for ascension. Now that we've gone past so many markers, ascension is assured. It's just how many, in what frequency range, and each frequency range has also a different time frame to it. And so we can now lay down the burden of, oh my God, I need to carry the collective, I need to carry my family, I need to carry my co-workers, whatever. It's now, I see the divine in you in the highest timeline. I know you are a sovereign. I know you got this. I trust you. And that's very different to, oh my God, they're flagging, I need to take it up. And many of us also have that fear, sugar, if I choose the highest timeline, who's going to come with me? And it is really, the guides I've asked again and again, and I feel it over and over. And always when I look away, it's like, you know, I'm concentrating with what's coming in from the guides. And the energy is really, at the moment, very strongly up until or throughout December as well. It's like all the 3 different timelines separate. You know, it's like, oh wow, I'm anchored in the highest timeline, I'm anchored in the medium version, I'm anchored in the lowest version. And whatever that choice may be, it is really that establishing yourself in that frequency field. And once everybody found their slot and their space, then people can come back together. So if you feel like, oh my God, certain people in my life, it's like fire and water or oil and water, it's just not working. Just give it a bit of time. And you can always, and that's coming in from Ashta as well, and Jeshua and Mary Magdalene and the team, it's like you can go into your heart. And for me, constricted heart means no, expanded heart means yes. And you can ask, is our current difficulty in my relationship to XYZ or my job due to timeline sorting and shifting? And then depending on how your heart responds, you have the answer, or is it a deeper underlying reason that I need to look into? Again, your heart is responding. And with that, that gives you a way to navigate those shifts and changes. And the second timeline is people who are like, I want to fulfill my life purpose as long as I'm good. You know, so that's very much like not even 50-50. I look for myself first. I need to be the dominant, or I still need to play more of the victim energy, either or. And technology playing a bigger role, that's not necessarily the organic version. It's more like, oh, AI, other influences, and let's play with technology more. And for me, the key point is really, it's still more me than the others. I'm very invested, I'm awakening, I'm working on it. And often, you know, the highest timeline, the heart is wide open. You know, it's like, hey, let's flow from the heart. The connection is made via the heart. And in the second timeline, it's like, whoa, I don't dare. You know, I still have certain ego programs that are really strong. And ego patterns in general are more strong. You know, may that be fear, may that be fame, may that be fortune, may that be status, may that be social media recognition, whatever that may be, has still a higher ranking other than in the first one. And in the third one, it's me against the world. You know, as long as I'm fine, I'm fine. You know, so there isn't really a care for the planet, for other people, for the well-being of others. It's me, myself, and I, you know, very clearly defined. And that can equally be in that perpetrator or victim. You know, some people can feel like, oh my God, this is the worst time ever to be on planet Earth. Everything is horrible. And that can also be a part of the awakening, when you're like, whoa, sugar, everything is not as it seemed, you know. And so that can be something people grow out of through awareness. And everyone who had that waking up experience, like, whoa, okay, no, that takes some processing. And then in the lowest timeline, the heart is really closed. You know, that there is no movement out of fear for either others or you know, the ego is highly protective in that. And there, the ego really rules the show. You know, that's really, and it's also very much 3D world. The guides are showing me that, you know, what I can see, what I can sense, what I can hear, that's all there is. You know, there is no other dimension. And that's also where then technology has this, yeah, I try to put that into words. AI is a frequency bandwidth. You know, the guides have shown me and I've tuned into that. Whoever programmed AI, whatever intention there is, that is in the coding, in the frequency field. But in the highest timeline, if, say, 100,000 star seeds consciously connect in heart resonance and say, may AI now serve the highest and greatest good, boom. You know, that old program is absolutely, utterly blasted, and I could feel this right now. So that's a definite future potential. And in the highest timeline, with that frequency, and every time you interact with AI, may it serve the highest and greatest good. You know, may that be your key in to whichever version you use. And if you even use it, but if you do it, don't do it from a place of, oh my God, I'm feeling guilty or I shouldn't be doing it. If you feel called to and go in, may it serve the highest and greatest good of all throughout all world, time, spaces, and dimensions to the highest degree. You know, that, and it was 10:1 in the recording, and that's a gateway. You know, then you are a conscious co-creator of your reality, and it's like, my reality, there is no, and that's also a marker of growth in those higher frequencies. The heart consciousness is oneness, is unity. And if you approach it from oneness and unity, then it doesn't polarize, it's either good or bad. It's either this way or that way. It's like, whoa, from this inner place, there are infinite possibilities, and I can rewrite my reality with this, you know, throughout all world, time, space, and dimension to the highest degree for the highest and greatest good of all. And with these 3 different timelines, once they're establishing, I feel those of us who are time weavers, that means we bring the highest codes throughout all timelines. We will experience that more. And I don't feel it ultimately separating as this, here's a good world and here's a bad world and there's something in between. For me, and that's now 11:11 in the recording, it's more you're zoned out energetically of or the turmoil because you're already preparing and bringing in the new. You know, it's like, I mean, here on my street, I don't know, for whatever reason, there are quite often house alarms going off or car alarms. And, you know, I hear that and it's like, no, everything seems fine. I don't need to tune into that. And that's a background noise, you know, and so allowing yourself for whoever needs to experience whatever in this, if they need that noise at the moment, that's okay. And again, you can ask your heart, is this noise important to me? Do I play any role in it? And the higher your frequency, the more you stand in your light, in your sovereignty, in your love, in your joy. You send out a far broader signal of love, peace, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever that may be for you. And with that, you already harmonize the troubled waters, the noise elsewhere. And that's now 12:22. And let's see what light language is coming in for you to support your inner activation of your highest potential. And also, Ashta is saying, and Jeshua Mary Magdalene and the team, that we meet everyone with love, compassion, and humility. You know, we don't know how young this person is on a soul level, that maybe they are a newly created soul, even universally, and they just dip into those experiences, or they're star beings who are like, whoa, first time on planet Earth, this is a lot to take in. And some star beings also got lost in all those dynamics because they're still orientating themselves. So whoever is on whatever level doesn't mean, and that was 1313, the Divine Feminine Code, doesn't mean it's a lesser choice. Oh yeah, that's one thing the guides talked to me the whole weekend about, is I've been so deeply immersed with divine intelligence, with a source creator, and that's 1333, the Christ Conscious Code. And when you really look at life from the perspective of eternity, it's like every pathway we choose, every choice we make is a golden choice from a soul perspective, because every experience brings us a vastness of awareness. Right now, maybe in 10 years' times, or maybe even in 3 lifetimes down the line, it's like, oh man, I started that pattern there and that opened XYZ up within me. And from the divine perspective, which is all, you know, there's infinite love, infinite light and supply. And it's like, I wish for everyone to explore what's in their soul, in their choice. And then from a multidimensional perspective, it's like, oh my God, the soul is really experiencing all the choices, you know, because those sliding door moments, this version led to here, that version led me there, this path and that path. And it's like, And I was looking at it and I got so overwhelmed with my own in this lifetime. It's like, Jesus Christ, so many lifetimes in one. So many different choices that all led me to a higher pathway. And one version you see here now on the camera. And it's really mind-blowing. So we don't need to be afraid that we ourselves or anyone is making a lesser choice, because all choices hold a pearl or gold or whatever energy you wish to give that, a nugget of awareness, growth, and maybe overcoming a long-standing pattern. So now let's go back to the light language, and throughout all world, time, space, and dimensions, to the highest degree, for the highest and greatest good of all, you can connect with your heart chakra. Iwashki si ashkata sa na maha miwi kiti si na namaha. Niwashkata siya kiti si na maha. Niwakata sa iki ti si na maha. Si iki ti si a kata sa sa na namaha. Miwashkata sa nata iki ki si na mata sa na ha. Niwakata sa na maha. Nyakiti si na maha. We are the children of the new world, and we wish to tell you this is also a great time of letting go of your mental blockages, mental perceptions of this is how my life has always been, or this is how it's done, or this is me and my life. Now, especially if you choose higher vibrational timelines, everything returns to divine truth of your soul. And isn't it so? In divine truth, in the quantum field, there are no limitations. There is no version of this is how it's meant to be. There is playfulness, there's exploration, there's joy. There can also be sadness and working through deep-seated emotions. But really rest assured, this is a time beyond limitations, where your heart can blossom into its full potential, when you feel and experience infinite joy and abundance. And that might start with micro moments that expand, happen more often. You look into the sun that is now so fully charged with interdimensional frequencies outside this galaxy, which is ever expanding. So also your sun is now radiating a whole other level of unlimited potential, connecting with your sun. And the sun is a portal into all the 12 central suns, where you can feel that infinite abundance of possibilities of what do I wish to express on earth now. Many of you have also come to the end term of your previous soul purpose. This channel here, Katerina, is also in the closing phase of her life purpose through many, many lifetimes. And a whole new page, a new book, a multidimensional book, maybe even a whole new library for you to understand is now opening up to be filled with the infinite creative potential each of you hold. And we really wish to take this into your heart. Your infinite creative potential is now awakening. Be playful, be explorative, be free from the constricts of your past, and enter this new realm of joy. Iwashki si akata sa nama miwiki si ishka ta sa sa nanamaha. And it is us, Jeshua, Lord Maitreya, Mary Magdalene as Lady Nada, We hold space for you all with so many beings on multidimensional levels. And we help you to find your perfect anchor point in all these timeline availabilities. A timeline that really helps you grow with the level of understanding, awareness you already hold. And like this channel Katerina said, these aren't ultimate choices for the endless future. These are choices right now, right here. This process is happening in waves, and this is a current wave, and these waves will continue to occur. So somebody might choose a slower pace to really work out difficulties from other lifetimes, from family karma, from societal imprints. You can't necessarily see what a soul wishes to accomplish before it takes a leap forward. So really honor that, and from a place of love and compassion, knowing everyone is well taken care of. And we wish to assure you all your loved ones are being looked after. Those who are here right now with you, those who may have even recently passed on, they are still in the field of ascension of Earth. And we wish you now a wonderful integration with the light codes we are streaming. Niwa kata sasa nana maha. Nia kiti si na. Ishkata sasa nanamaha. Se ishkata sasa nanamaha. Miwi kiti sisi nanamaha. Iwa kata sasa nanamaha. Aka. Blessed be, so mote it be, and so it is. Namaste. And I wish you a wonderful start into your week. May it bring you many blessings, and may you enjoy the content. And I can't wait to see you next time. Namaste.